Hi, welcome back to Married with Gaming. I'm Jen, and this is Jen's Boardroom. Today, we're going to be looking at the game Marrying Mr. Darcy. Marrying Mr. Darcy is based on the Pride and Prejudice book. This is the card game. I got this a few years ago when they kickstarted it. It is still available. You can go to www.marryingmrdarcy.com. There are links that will take you to Amazon. So in this game, first of all, I really liked the art in this one. So you can see the art is, hand-drawn character art for all the characters. It comes in a nice box that the cards fit conveniently in. It comes with a deck of heroines, which are from the book. So here we have the Bennet sisters. We've got Mary, Lydia, Kitty, Lizzie, of course, and Jane. Then we have Charlotte Lucas, Caroline Bingley, and Georgiana Darcy, as well as, well, I think that's in the suitor part. Yeah, so we have 8 heroines here. The object of the game is you're role-playing one of the characters from Pride and Prejudice, one of the heroine characters. So one of these characters, and your goal is to obviously gain the attention of a suitor. And this game is for 2 to, I think it's 6 players. 2 to 6 players. But your goal is to gain the attention of a suitor. And let's look at Lizzie, right? So we'll look at Lizzie, the character Lizzie. So Lizzie starts with 2 wit and 1 dowry. So, and then on the back, it tells you who her ideal match, of course, is going to be Mr. Darcy. We'll give her 15 points. Colonel Fitzwilliam would be her second choice to give her 12 points. Mr. Bingley at 11, Mr. Denny at 9, Mr. Collins, and Mr. Wickham. The goal, there's 2 phases. The first phase is the character phase, or the courtship phase. So your character is gathering dowry points, gathering wit points, reputation, beauty, friendliness. So you're gathering those, and then for the suitors, here are our suitors. So Mr. Wickham, in order for Mr. Wickham to even consider proposing to a young lady, he's got to see that she has a 2 dowry. So from our character Lizzie only has 1 to start with. So if Lizzie decides she's going to go after Mr. Wickham, I don't know why she would. But if she did, she would need to get at least 1 more dowry point throughout the courtship phase in order for Mr. Wickham to consider her as a mate. Mr. Darcy needs 5 wit. So Lizzie's obviously going to go after Mr. Darcy, so she's going to have to accumulate 3 more points of wit throughout the character phase in order for him to consider proposing to her. And so besides the character cards, there are the players and the suitors, the heroines and the suitors. There are character cards. These are how you add friendliness or wit or dowry to your character. So the gameplay is pretty straightforward. You lay out all of the suitors at the top. You would choose your heroine. Oh, and also with the suitors, there's an old maid card. So on the back, it'll tell you roll a die, and that determines how many points you get for becoming an old maid. But you would lay all the suitors and the old maid card out. You choose your heroines, so you lay them out. You have character cards on the table, and then the other cards are event cards. So after you've chosen your heroines and you know who's going first, basically each turn is whoever's turn it is draws an event card and reads it aloud. That's not kind of a special one. So this one, Mary King comes to town. If Mr. Wickham is already gone because there's an eloped card, if he's eloped, nothing happens. But if he's still in the suitors, you roll a die and that's what happens. And then whoever drew this gets to draw one character card and play one character card next to their heroine. So you would eventually get several points played next to your heroine to increase their stats and increase their chances of getting a suitor. The number of event cards in the deck is based on how many players there are. So if there are 2 players, there are fewer event cards. The courtship phase lasts until the event cards are done, and it immediately goes into the proposal stage. Most of the event cards that you draw are going to have you draw or play a character card. Sometimes you can actually take character cards from other people. Sometimes it's a party card where all the players get to roll to see if they lose character cards or gain character cards or what happens to them. So it's pretty straightforward gameplay. At the end, once these have all been extinguished, then you would go through the line of suitors from least desirable to most desirable, in Lizzie's book anyway, I guess. And you would roll to see, well, first you see if you have the stats that they require. So Mr. Collins needs to have 2 beauty and 2 reputation in order to make a proposal. So if you have the requirements for each suitor, you would lay all the suitors out that you meet the requirements for, and you go through them one by one, rolling the die to see if they propose. So on a 4 through 6, Mr. Collins would propose to me, and you can choose to accept that proposal or reject it. I am Lydia Bennett. Mr. Collins is at the lowest desirability for her. So she's going to reject that proposal and hope that she can get somebody higher on her list, such as Mr. Bingley. So you would roll for Mr. Bingley. He did not propose. So, and then Mr. Fitzwilliam did propose. If you decided to reject it, then you would be the old maid. And there's an order to how, it's a very simple order to how it's determined who gets to roll first for their grooms. The end of the game, you add up the points that you get for whoever you ended up with. So if Lydia did end up with Mr. Fitzwilliam, she would get 9 points for Colonel Fitzwilliam plus the number of points that were on her character cards. So just because you get your desired beau does not mean that you win the game. You can win the game by collecting more character points, and it's the combination that works. This game is for 2 players. It goes really quickly. It's really easy, really fun. We've played this with all the husbands in the group, and it's a lot of fun, especially the more players you have, and if you want to really take it into some regency language and regency acting, it can be a lot of fun. I also have the undead expansion to this game. So the undead expansion of Marrying Mr. Darcy. Then you have event cards that go along with the undead version. So you might find a broadsword, for example. You might be under an undead attack. So it adds a little bit of more, fun to the base game. There's also an expansion from Emma, which of course is the other book that is, Jane Austen has several, but that is the other big one, Emma and Sense and Sensibility. So anyway, that's Marrying Mr. Darcy. I thought it would be fun to do this for the boardroom this month, as it is, you know, kind of a romance theme. We played this earlier today and I won as Lizzie, although Miss Jane Bennett stole Mr. Darcy from me. So it was a fun game. It's a fun time. So didn't expect that the guys would enjoy playing this with us, but they do, and it's pretty fun. And like I said, quick, easy to learn, not super complicated, but really, really fun. And there's some strategy to it as well. It's mostly luck, but a little bit of strategy as well. So there are a few other little tweaks that you can make to it that are in the rule book, but very fun. Again, marrying Mr. Darcy. I hope your Valentine's Day is awesome. And until next time, keep gaming. Bye-bye.